Well, I guess I'll be working the weekend. All right, so you know what this means. We had to make another trip down to Napa to pick up our spray cans. That way we could get the wheel repaired and also get some supplies that I needed in order to fix it. So here we are taking the wheel off, and it looks like there's not going to be any rest for me this weekend, but I did it to myself, and we're going to get this thing fixed up with the cans from Spray Max. First thing we did was get the wheel cleaned. We brushed it off, got it really clean. It was dirty with a lot of brake dust. So in this video, we're going to show you how to repair your wheel. All right, you guys see I did a really nice job of scratching up the wheel going through the bank. And I've done this multiple times in all the vehicles I've owned. One time I bought a set of wheels for a truck I own. Within the first week, I took 2 of them out going through the bank. And I'm sure you guys have scratched your wheels. Today, we're going to show you how to fix it with the spray cans from Spray Max. So I picked up another set, and we're going to go ahead and do a repair on the family vehicles wheel here and get this thing all fixed up. You guys can see it's a deep one, so nobody was happy when this happened, especially not me, being I got to fix it. So you guys see we cleaned it. We're going to go ahead, get it masked up, start sanding it down, and I'm going to show you guys how to get it prepped out and painted. All right, so the first thing I do is I pop the center cap out, get that out of the way, put it off to the side till you're ready to put it back on. And if you guys can see here, this here tire actually has a nice amount of space that we're going to be able to tape this to. So if you have a tire that's real close, you may want to have the bead broken down, take it to your local tire shop, have them break the bead. That way you can get access if you have a lot of damage on the edge. This one's not really too much on the edge because this here tire is made to protect this wheel. So we got lucky with that. So get your cap out, and now we're going to go ahead and get this thing prepped out and ready to go. All right, so first thing we're going to do is go ahead and hit it with some Prep Salt. We've already soap washed this, and then we're going to wipe it down now with the Prep Salt, and that is Prep-All from Clean and Strip. So that's what's in this pump sprayer. After you wash it, go ahead and get it cleaned down the best you can, because what I'm going to do here is mask this up before I start prepping it out. That way that's already done with this job. So I like to clean the inside of the wheel when I'm doing this type of a job. That way the tape sticks, because if you can see here that line, I'm going to mask it right along that line and stay out of this part of the wheel. There's no need for me to get in here and have to sand this and get paint on the back side of this. We're going to mask it off around here, cover up this whole dish, and stay away from the back. And I'll show you that after I'm done cleaning this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and mask to that line like I showed you guys. That way we don't get anything on the inside of this. And we can put paper around this to keep it from getting any overspray on it. So I just run my tape along that line. Most of the wheels have a line in here when they're made, when they're stamped out. So we're going to go ahead and continue going around this. All right, now once this is taped, I'm going to go ahead and hit the back side, pull off a little bit of your Scotch-Brite. We're using a red one, and go ahead and hit up to that line while you have the wheel flipped over. That way you have adhesion if anything does blow in to that line. So I'll run around this here, give it a little bit of a scratch while I have the tape on there. That way it doesn't go past it, and we can scuff it right up to that tape line. All right, now we're going to run our tape and paper up to that line and just wrap it around the inside of the barrel of the wheel here. That way you don't get any overspray on it. So I like to handle all my steps when I'm on each side of the wheel. That way once I flip it back over, the back side is prepped, taped, and ready to go. All right, so you guys seen when I was washing the wheel, I scrubbed down the tire really good. That way if you have any armor all on it, get all that off of there before you start prepping the wheel out, because it'll be a mess trying to tape to this. So I hit this really good with a brush. All right, so even though we clean this really good, we're gonna hit it with lacquer thinner and get it down into this crack, and make sure we wipe out all of the Armor All or any kind of grease that may be in here from the tire shine stuff. So when you guys run these through the car wash, it'll get deep down in here and your tape won't stick. So get some lacquer thinner, wipe out in here, put gloves on, and get this thing cleaned up. All right, so when I'm taping them up, I like to use small pieces of tape. That way it wraps around the wheel here when you're doing it, and it allows for it to bend. Don't go around it in one piece, just take little pieces, slide them in here, and then wrap it around there, and just continue around the wheel in that fashion. Some of the wheel guys I've seen like to take cards and they'll jam them in here around the actual wheel, but a lot of them guys are just smoking in wheels. They're not really clearing the whole wheel when they do them out on the lots and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and finish taping this up. All right, so what I like to do now is I'll take a little bit of tape and I'll fold this up and make like a little piece of tape that's folded up, and now both sides of this are actually smooth. There's no tape adhesion coming out. And what I'll do is I'll stick it down in here and I'll run this around with it. And you can use a piece of wood or a piece of plastic, but this works good because it gets down in there nice and pushes the tape away from the wheel. That way there's nothing touching this. And this is the way that I like to do it. So run it along the wheel and get this tape jammed down in there the best you can. All right, so you guys can see now that we're fully masked off on the outside of the tire. We used 1.5" tape with our paper. This is a wax treated paper here, so it's got less lint. And then we covered up our valve stem. So you guys can see here that we did a pretty good job of gouging this wheel up. And this paint on these here wheels is very, very thick. So it could be powder coated, but a lot of them are painted in today's day and age. So what I'm gonna do is start out with a 180 grit, and today we're gonna be using the Sunmite. So we picked this up over at Napa where we got our paint, and we're gonna be using the 180, the 220, and then the 600 grit. So we're gonna start out now and hit our area that is gouged up really good with our 180. On the DA, this is a Velcro, and we're hitting it with our normal 3M Velcro pad. All right, so we're gonna start off by putting on this here mask. That way we don't get any dust, and when we're painting, we have a protection for us. Because you guys know in that last video, that overspray went far when I oversprayed the Cutlass, and then we had a lot of work to do. So if it went on the car, you guys know that it's in the air, so we're gonna go ahead and wear a mask. And this is the 3M disposable cartridge. This lasts for so much time. You guys read the package and look up what they tell you this is recommended for and how long to use it. Make sure you put it back in the bag when you're done, because once it's out of the bag, it starts going bad. So let's put this on and we'll start sanding it. All right, so we've removed all the paint and now we're into the aluminum on the wheels. You want to make sure you get all the scratches out with the coarsest grit. That way you refine it and you just now knock down the metal and get this fine, because we're not going to be priming this. We're going to be moving right into our 2-part can epoxy primer, wet on wet, and then we're going to get right into the base coat and the clear coat. So also one thing I wanted to let you guys know is make sure that your wheel isn't cracked. Make sure that the structural integrity of your wheel is not damaged when you're repairing these wheels. This is just for surface scratches and minor cosmetic stuff here. Make sure if you have any question, go to a repair shop and have them test your wheel out before you try to fix the wheel. So we're not going to be putting any kind of a filler or any kind of a repair material on this. We're going to be just putting paint. So you guys can see here now that we have nothing on this wheel. We're sanded down just to the metal, and now we're going to refine it and then get into our painting process. All right, so we've got it all prepped out now. Everything is scuffed, sanded, everything is smoothed out real fine with 600 grit. One thing you want to do inside your lug nut holes is make a little ball of tape and jam it down in here, because you do not want to get paint where your lug nut is going to seat. In case you don't get a good adhesion, you could have a problem. So I like to put little balls of tape inside here. That way my lug nut area is going to be metal to metal, and this wheel is going to be on the car safely. So fill these up, and then we're going to get into cleaning it and painting it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead now and clean it one more time with the prep saw. All right, we've got it clean now. We've closed the garage up. That way we don't overspray anything. And now we're gonna move into our 2K epoxy. This is what we're gonna be putting on the bare metal area here, that we have good adhesion to this wheel here. So this is a 2-part product. You gotta activate the can. You take this top off, we'll puncture it, we'll shake it up really good. And then we'll put that on here as a sealer and as a primer. We'll let it tack up, and then we'll go right into our base coat. That is from Spray Max also. So this is 040 Mercedes Black. We're gonna be putting on this in a base coat. They mix it, they put it inside the can. I showed you guys that on one of the other videos. And then we're gonna be moving into our 2K clear coat. Same thing as the epoxy. This is an activated product. That way it is hard and it's strong and it'll hold up to the elements. So let's go ahead, get this thing tacked off. And we're using our normal crystals that we like. And then we're gonna go ahead, activate the can and get on that epoxy primer here. So go ahead and get it cleaned really good. I like having this tent, you guys see, in case it is to rain, I'll be safe, because you guys know in Florida it'll rain at any second. It could pop up. So we're tacking it off now. We'll activate the can and we'll go ahead and hit it in our area. We're just going to be putting the epoxy on the bare metal area here. All right, also always do a little test spray to make sure that your paint is spraying good before you go ahead and put it on your wheel and then have a problem. So test it out, purge it, check it, and you guys see it spraying good. We'll put our mask on and we'll start. All right, so we've applied our epoxy and you guys see I just put it in the area. We didn't go crazy with it. We just want that on there for adhesion for our base coat. You don't want to put base coat or any kind of paint directly on bare metal, because you won't have any adhesion at all and that stuff will start to flake off. So we've got our epoxy on it now, and this is a good product being it's a 2K. And once this flashes off, we'll give it about 15 minutes before we apply our base coat. All right, so we're going into the base now, and this is mixed in the can. You guys seen, they take this off, they puncture it in, and they mix it from the toners off the bank. So shake it up good, and also do a test panel. Always do a test panel with all of your spray cans to make sure that they're spraying good, because once you get it inside this wheel here and it's not spraying good, it'll be tough to sand it out around all these areas that you have now sanded and everything is nice and smooth. So it's spraying good. We'll mask up and we'll start our base. All right, so that's one coat of base. You guys see that you're not going to be able to tell that it's even on there because we used that epoxy black. That's what makes it nice, because you don't have to use a lot of paint. So this stuff will stay good. The other stuff will go bad after about 6 hours. This can will be locked up tight. This will flash, we'll put another coat, and then we'll be clearing the whole wheel. We're not gonna put color all over this because it's already good. And we hit this, scuffed it up. That way we could just put clear on this section of the wheel here. So let this flash. You guys see it's flashing off nicely. And then we'll move into our clear coat. All right, same thing. Now we'll activate the 2K clear coat and then shake it up really good. Make sure you give everything time in between to flash off and dry good before you go ahead and put on your clear coat. All right, so that's one coat of clear. When you're doing your first coat, don't go crazy trying to get it glossy on the first application. Just get a nice amount of clear on there. That way when you hit it with your second coat, you'll have more adhesion. The first coat will adhere to the second coat and you'll have less chance of runs, because you do have a lot of area in here with caverns and different areas that could definitely pool up doing something like this. So get your first coat on as a tack coat, and that way when you hit it with your second coat, you'll have a nicer uniform finish and you won't have to worry about having as many issues with it. So if you have to, put 3 coats, but with me, I'm gonna do 2 coats, and in a minute here, it'll flash off and then we'll hit it with our second one. All right, so you guys see it, and look how nice that wheel looks. Look how glossy it is. That can is a phenomenal product from a can. So for a 2K that'll hold up, it's got a superior gloss. And you guys see when I did it, I stood it up. That way I could get the back side of the wheel. That way it would blow in this way and it would blow in this way, and it would get it nice down inside these grooves. So do whatever you have to do to keep the wheel wet. It definitely dries quick, being it's coming out of an aerosol can, so it doesn't have as much coming out. So you have to stay wet with it. And I just continuously went around and flipped it and did what I had to do to get it all wet. And you guys can see here that it has a really nice deep wet look to it. And this stuff holds out well. I did my bumper on my dually, so look at how nice it looks. The repair came out beautiful. This is the area here that we had the gouges in it, and it looks awesome. So that's the way I do it when I have to repair a wheel. And I don't look forward to doing this, especially when you guys know I do it all day long at the shop. So but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So pay attention when you're going through those drive-throughs, and stay away from them curbs. So we'll let this set up, we'll unmask it, and then we'll get it back on the vehicle. All right, so that's the wheel all installed on the vehicle, and you guys can see now it's looking beautiful. No more gouges, everything is nice and clean. We went ahead and we cleaned that brake caliper while the wheel was off to get nice access to it, because they're always a pain to try to get those things clean when the wheel's on the car here. So job came out nice, really happy with it. We let it sit for about 4 hours before we installed it on the car, and then we're gonna let this now sit overnight before you drive it. You don't want to have this thing out on the road and get hot and then get brake dust stuck to that new paint. So let it sit overnight for sure before you get this thing rolling again. This is going to sit now till tomorrow, and then it'll be back on the road. All right, so I hope you guys like the wheel repair video. And it's definitely something that happens quite often. I know, because I've done it multiple times myself, and every time I do it, I'm kind of glad that I can fix it, but it's definitely a pain to have to deal with it. So you guys can do the same thing that I did. You guys see where I picked up the paint was at Napa, and I got all my stuff over there to do the job. I'm running a small compressor and nothing to talk about. So hope you guys liked it, and we'll see you guys on the next one.